fight for better health care. I want to fight for a strong economy. I want to fight for Medicare.
Okay, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. This was the end of the Vice President's speech today at Century Village.
I want to fight for prescription drug benefits.
A crescendo of the usual political promises and compulsory cheers. The event began hours earlier, as campaign events always do, with invited audience members entering the meeting hall quietly and well-behaved, especially here at the sprawling retirement community younger neighbors affectionately call Cemetery Village. How do you evaluate a candidate?
Well, my wife passed away, and I come here. It's beautiful here. I love it here.
How do you evaluate a candidate?
How do I evaluate a Kennedy?
No, not a Kennedy, a candidate.
A candidate. Oh, a candidate. Oh, wonderful.
All right, so it takes time for an interview to warm up. But once it gets going, you understand why Al Gore picked Century for his South Florida stump speech.
No Republicans for me, they're for the rich.
The place is kind of blue-collar retired, heavily Jewish, pro-labor, and inclined to vote Democrat out of habit. They may have lost their golf swing and might need campaign flyers in large print, but one thing that hasn't gone is the desire to vote. When was the last time you didn't vote in a presidential election?
I have never missed a vote in my entire life.
Al Gore spoke the language of people plagued with health problems. There was talk of expanding Medicare to include prescription drug benefits, and of course there was fear-mongering over Bill Bradley's health plan.
Now Senator Bradley says give people a voucher of $150 a month, but you won't be able to find any health insurance plan for an individual in Florida for $150 a month.
Gore's visit here is powerful evidence the campaign sees Florida as the closer. Should the race with Bradley be competitive through Super Tuesday, the Florida primary a week later could be the clincher for the vice president. But in order to win all the votes here, Gore will have to improve his performance as public speaker.
He's a statue. It's right when they said that Tipper wakes up to a statue every morning.
To some, he seems too insincere, too pandering, frankly, too much like a bad game show host.
How many people here have been married longer than 30 years?
It's very goofy. On a serious note, though, we're going to have to compare the Bradley-Gore health plans. I mean, this is enormously complex, but it looks like Mediscare from 1996 when Dole was tagged with trying to doom Medicare, and Gore is painting Bradley in a broad brush.
Yeah, it's exactly. It sounds a lot like what Bill Clinton used against Bob Dole in 1990. And it, of course, worked. Ironically, though, now Al Gore using it against another Democrat.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I think we need to debate in Florida, where 3 million people are on Medicare, so we can get that...